Well, hello there, my horror friends. This is AJ Horror Reviewer here to give you a new movie review. And this is a pretty new flick that just came out this year on January 6th, I believe. And this is my first theater experience of 2024 for a horror movie. So I'll just jump right into it. You might already know the film. It's called A Night Swim. It's PG-13. It was an hour 38. Rotten Tomato gave this one a 24%. Fans gave it a 43%, which is a little bit better, but I actually kind of like this one, so I'm just going to go through this one. Writer and director Bryce McGuire, who I think this is his first feature film, so that's cool. I guess he's doing the screenwrite for Imaginary that comes out this year. I believe that's a Blumhouse one, and also Baghead, which I believe also is Blumhouse. I could be mistaken, but sounds like, he's going to be getting more involved in the horror genre. Let's go through the cast here. We got Wyatt Russell, who is the dad and main character in this one. He was in We Are What We Are. I haven't seen that one. It's a horror flick, I believe. But moving on, we got Carrie Condon, who is in a ton of stuff. She was also in Bad Samaritan and The Banshees of Inisherin with Colin Farrell. It's kind of in Ireland. I think it won some awards. She's the sister in that one. But she's in a lot of movies. She looked really familiar to me. She's great actress. This one, the daughter Emily Horfairley. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. She's in the new Hunger Games movie. And then we got Gavin Warren, who is in The Man in the White Van, which I haven't seen. I think that was a 2023 flick. And last but not least, I'll just say her name because I think she had a nice little impact on this movie. Jodie Long, who's in A Picture of You. She's also terrifying in this one, in my opinion. Moving on here, so I'll give you kind of a non-spoiler review part of it. So it's exactly what it shows on the previews. If you've seen the previews, if you haven't, it's also fine. I'll just kind of throw it in here. Basically, this is a haunted pool. Family moves in there. It's like, oh yeah, it's a cool pool. They get drained. They get it all ready, and they start swimming in it, and then just kind of strange things start happening. The kids are starting to see things in the pool, and it starts to kind of take over the family in a way, and there's only one way to stop it, and that requires a form of sacrifice that needs to be made. But that's the non-spoiler portion of this review. So if you don't want any spoilers at all, hit pause now. So basically, this one has a lot of a baseball element in it, and that's probably why I liked it so much, because I'm a huge baseball fan. I love the Minnesota Twins, and I believe they moved into a house in Minnesota. So this one kind of just called to me a little bit. I was like, oh, I actually like this one a lot, because everybody's saying this one's garbage. I'm like, I'll give it a chance, and I'm very glad that I did. So the main character in this is a retired baseball player, or he's trying to get back, but he has MS. He developed, and so it's debilitating. And they bought this house with the pool, which is kind of a wishing well in a way, which I thought that was kind of a cool little story to put in there, because later on in the later portions of the film, Jodie Long, who was the prior owner of the house and pool, gets a visit by the owners of the house now, because they're freaking out because the pool is basically taking over the husband, and they can't leave because he starts coughing up disgusting shit. And yeah, it's a weird one, and I will admit there are some flaws. Obviously, the story isn't necessarily succinct. It doesn't all fit together super well, but regardless of that, I think the scares were pretty good. There's a few in the pool that are pretty good. What do I want to say? The things that live in the pool, or demons, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, they're pretty creepy. There's a couple jump scares that got me tensed up a little bit. But I think the scene that scared me the most was Jody Long. I should probably just go into this. She's describing that the pool is from a wishing well that people used to worship or whatever, but you have to sacrifice someone to get your wish fulfilled. So that's what happened with the husband. He wished to get better, and then he did, and then his son needed to be sacrificed to die, which is what Jody Long was describing to the mother in this movie, Condon. And then as she's talking to her, she starts just and this brown liquid comes out of her eye and her mouth, and it's just creepy as hell. She did a really nice job of being terrifying. But basically, in the end, the husband is going nuts, which kind of didn't make a lot of sense to me. He decides to go after his daughter, and she is trying to get away from him. Meanwhile, the mother and son are the son is drowning pretty much because the pool's trying to take him as the sacrifice. And so that's happening. There's two different scenarios is going on, and I don't know. I think I don't know if they tried too hard or if they just didn't have the resources or the capability to I don't know, formulate the story in a better fashion. But anyways, the end ends up someone dies, and the pool is basically restored to normal, yada yada, whatever. And that's basically the end. The family, or what's left of the family, moves on, and I think they fill the pool to make sure no one else ever lives there again. That was a really jumbled explanation of the film, so I apologize for that. But I hope you give this one a shot, just for the hell of it. Don't take it too seriously. Don't try to be like, oh, this, that's stupid, that, blah, blah, blah. Just enjoy it. Just sit back, no expectations. Be like, okay, this is probably going to be bad. And that's what I did. And man, I had a great time. I had the theater to myself, my local theater. I was having a blast. But yeah, that's about all I've got for this one. I hope you enjoyed this all over the place movie review. And just go ahead and click that subscribe, please. And likes are cool too. Thanks for staying tuned this long, and have a great one.